live in a world where authenticity, the quality to be genuine and true to oneself, is often like a rare gem found in a sea of polished pretense. The media really bombard us with images of flawless faces and bodies, seemingly perfect lives, and effortless successes. A world obsessed with perfection and comparison. The truth behind an event, compared to the display of pictures on Facebook, could be totally incongruent. It is a fact that all over the world, the culture or subculture we live in has expectations. When the pressure to conform to societal norms becomes too strong, it can lead to a disconnection between our true selves, who you really are, the person God created you to be, and the personas or false identities you project to the world. In 1599, William Shakespeare already penned down these words in his play As You Like It. All the world's a stage, and all men and women are merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man, in his time, plays many parts. Authenticity can heal trauma. That is according to Gabor Mate, a Canadian-Hungarian physician, world-renowned speaker and author. In his books, The Myth of Normal, he explains that before our minds can make the world makes our minds, so that the things that are embedded in a child's life have an effect in his life later on. Traumas, not only big traumas, but any wound, is not what happens to you, but it is what happened inside of you after trauma. The sense you make out of what happened to you. According to him, babies are born with two basic needs. The need to attachment, to belong, to be cared for. Babies can't survive without that. And also the need to authenticity, to be your true self. It is necessary that we are in touch with ourselves and our emotions, but we sometimes give it up because of the need of attachment. The price of being yourself, however, is huge because of the threat of rejection and the pain it brings. And even if you live according to the expectations of the culture, you're going to have pain, the pain of suppressing yourself to be accepted as you are. My story echoes this. My true self has always been looking for something out of the ordinary, for fun. I shied away from the mundane life our family was having, living in a very small town with only one street light and one church, of which my father was the minister. He was also the head of the school committee. At the age of 6, my friend and I, who enjoyed staying after school to help our teacher with some chores, were allowed to play in the classroom while she was attending a meeting. Being bored, we found stepping from one desk onto the next one quite exciting with our short legs. Our teacher caught us just in the middle of our act, reported it to my father, who not only gave me a hiding, but furiously told me that I brought shame on his name. That was the end of my attachment to him. The trauma of that day subconsciously caused an emotional divorce between him and in my mind. I realized that I will have to stay within the mold he had in mind for me to stay out of trouble. And that is when I started to adopt false identities. I also lost my trust in people because my favorite teacher had betrayed me. False identities have consequences. When we adopt false identities, whether consciously or unconsciously, we not only deceive others, but also ourselves. By living inauthentically, you experience the pain of suppressing yourself to be accepted. This steals your happiness and can even lead to feelings of emptiness, social anxiety, and depression as you struggle to maintain the facade you've created and try to please others. Furthermore, it wears down the trust and authenticity in your relationships, hindering genuine, deeper level connections with others. True authenticity requires vulnerability. Vulnerability means that you have to be willing to show your imperfect self and be seen for who you truly are. It asks of you to overcome your fear of rejection, to embrace yourself with your flaws, owning your story. We all have our stories, and allowing yourself to be truly seen and accepted by others. You might experience vulnerability as really uncomfortable, even giving you the sense of exposing yourself by stripping off the layers of protection around your heart. But vulnerability is also the birthplace of empathy, connection, and genuine intimacy. In an intimate relationship, you have to feel free to be yourself. Cultivating authenticity is a journey of self-discovery, self-acceptance, and self-expression. Carl Jung said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." It requires introspection, courage, and a willingness to challenge societal norms and expectations. By practicing authenticity in your thoughts, words, and actions, you reclaim your true identity, who you were meant to be, and also inspire others to do the same. In conclusion, in a world where authenticity is often overpowered by image and perception, it's more than important than ever to unmask our true selves and embrace our authenticity. By shedding the layers of false identity, we pave the way for deeper connections, meaningful relationships, and a more fulfilling life. Not just for your own sake, but also for others. Your authentic self, your true identity, is your God-given gift to your family and friends, to the world. What you make of it is totally up to you. Stop playing roles. Dare to be who God created you